born in Chengdu, Sichuan, and when I was around the age of 5, my mom and I boarded a plane to go live with my dad in the States. My earliest memory was being at the airport, waving goodbye to my grandparents, not knowing that we were leaving to begin a new life. It wasn't until I moved to Beijing in 2015 when a Tinder date took me to a live house called School Bar. I had my first experience of live music in China. And that's when I started to develop my own relationship with my own identity. In 2019, my friend and future business partner David Carey and I started making cassette tapes for his bands and our friends' musical projects out of his basement studio in the East 5th Ring Road. We preferred the sound of retro analog formats such as cassette tapes and vinyl records to digital formats such as CDs. The sound was warmer, more imperfect. However, the price of vinyl records is inaccessible both for collectors and creators, so we opted for cassette tapes. That's when NUGGET Records was founded. We chose a name that exuded just enough cuteness to remove any perceived intimidation or pretension from what we were doing. I designed the logo in the image of our dog, Baozi. We were inspired by the softer, more pop-forward sounds and the colorful, more whimsical visual aesthetics from the indie music scenes in the south of China, differing greatly from the hardcore and experimental stuff that we were used to seeing in Beijing, and decided to bring some of that southern charm to the north. We wanted to bring more alternative and honest sounds to people who were used to listening to mainstream pop music, but deliver it in a way that was approachable, while still being interesting enough for listeners who had a heavier, more experimental taste. Essentially, we wanted to be the gateway drug to Chinese alternative music. In the late summer of 2019, we launched NUGGET Records at DDC with 2 cassette releases, one from Dave's band Lost Memory Machine, and the other from electronic music producer Throughout In. I'd also created a self-titled zine, NUGGET Volume 1, that contained interviews with the bands, reviews of cassettes, and even a recipe. We handed out stickers and badges of the logo to everyone who came. Lost Memory Machine and Throughout In performed live. A photographer friend, Fang Yifei, snapped film photos to commemorate the night. Today, in addition to running NUGGET, occasionally shaking cocktails behind the bar, and working on my numerous personal projects, I also work as a freelance illustrator, animator, live visual artist, brand strategy consultant. I have dreams of illustrating a children's book, and I seek every opportunity to collaborate with other people, artists, writers, musicians, architects, inventors, any creative. So if you have any ideas, let's talk.